The war against the governor left Rick with physical and emotional scars, having lost his newborn child and wife. The life he was building with his fellow survivors went to flames, and only a few managed to escape with their lives. Now alone with his son Carl, he must start all over, finding a suitable place to sleep, scavenging food and medical supplies, and fighting the dead. As Rick falls sick from all the zombie killing, injuries, and a lack of rest, he leaves the traumatized and grieving Carl to survive alone. This would be the first time we get to see a child having to endure the trials and tribulations of this world all by themselves.
I just killed 3 roamers, Dad. 3. I killed them all by myself. It was just me. I drew my pistol, pointed it, boom, boom, boom. They were all dead. Well, the last one took more than 1 shot, but I killed it. I did, just like the other 2. I almost wasn't even scared. I did it all without you. I don't think I need you anymore. I was scared at first when you got sick, but now I'm not. I'm not scared at all. I don't need you to protect me anymore. I'm strong. I've grown up, I think, a lot. I'm not an adult yet, but close. Close enough. I don't think you can protect me anymore anyway. You couldn't. You couldn't protect Mom, or Judy, or Alice, or Alan, or Tyrese, or Donna, or anyone! You can't protect anyone! But me, I can protect myself. Probably better than any of those people. Better than you could. You still think I'm a kid, but I'm not. I don't want to play with toys anymore. I don't get scared like I used to. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not. So I'll be fine if you have to die. If you've died, I'll be okay. Everybody dies. It doesn't matter. So do it. If you have to. I'll be fine if you do. If you die, I'll be okay. I will. Dad? Ah! I can't be alone. I'm just a kid. I can't live on my own. Oh God, she's eating me. Oh God, oh God.
Carl, I'm sick, Carl. Don't go outside. Stay safe.
Dad, I'm scared, Dad. So scared.
After Rick's recovery, they continue to move along, but the death of Lori starts taking a toll on him. A telephone rings, he has talks with this unknown stranger who makes him feel better, only to finally realize he was talking to his dead wife all along, and the ringing of the phone was all in his head. He decides to take this phone with him, because even if not real, the chats did make him feel better. On the road, they eventually meet with Michonne once again, and head to Herschel's farm, where they also find the other members of the group who had left the prison before the conflict, setting base here for the time being. As they get back to socializing between each other, we learn Rick isn't the only one who speaks with his dead loved ones, as Michonne has been caught speaking alone since her introduction. One morning, everyone rushes outside because of Andrea's sniper shots, only to find a trio of survivors asking for supplies. Abraham immediately shows his skills, taking care of zombies with ease, and Eugene announces himself as a scientist who knows what caused all of this. They're on their way to DC to find the other scientists working on a solution to the Walking Dead, and would appreciate supplies for the road. But after arguments, Abraham disarms Andrea and fires a shot into the air to explain the concept of herds.
I'll answer the handicapped fella's question first because he asked so nicely without the use of firearms. What is a herd? That shot I just fired was heard in all directions for a long damn distance. 2 miles, 3, fuck if I know, but a long damn way. Let me tell you how the world works, since you fuckers don't seem to have been paying attention for the last goddamn year of hell on earth we've all been living. Every rotting dead alive fuck who just heard that's gonna get up and start following that sound. That sound means people, and people means meat. Some of them are close, and may actually make it to this era, since you've decided on a sanctuary camp. That's a problem. But sometimes, not every time, one will walk by another one, and that one will get up and follow. Then they'll meet more, and then meet more, and then more, and more, and more. You see where I'm going? They'll form a big group, and sometime these groups will encounter another group, and they'll merge. What you end up with is hundreds of these undead fucks walking non-stop, following a sound they've all forgotten. They're walking because everyone else is walking, and everyone else is walking because they're walking. They're stupid as fuck. But these fucking massive groups of roaming zombies, did you call them roamers? That's cool. These fucking groups are called herds. At least that's what we call them. They're bad fucking news.
The early showings of a herd push the group to leave the farm, and they decide for the time being to help Eugene make it to Washington. Rick and Michonne lost their partners and have started having conversations with them. Andrea and Dale adopted the children of the people that died on the way. Sophia lost her mom and decided to forget she existed, becoming someone else's daughter, and now we finally see how losing her entire family affected Maggie. As time continues, tragedy continues to happen, and the mental state of all of them keeps getting worse and worse. We see the strongest of them breaking into tears, right before he embarks on a trip with Rick and Carl to the small town they used to live in. This trip shows us the darkest of darks, as a group of men creep up on them in the middle of the night, hold them hostage, and say they will do disturbing things to them, including Carl. But Rick, even after being beat and immobilized, won't let anything happen to his son. In the end, he treats these disturbing individuals as disturbingly as he can.
He asleep?
Yeah, just in time for the sun to come up.
You don't just come back from something like that. You don't rip a man apart, hold his insides in your hand. You can't just go back to being dear old dad after that. You're never the same, not after what you did.
You can fake it. This isn't the first thing to chip away at my soul until I wonder if I'm still human. Probably won't be the last. My son is all I have. I don't know what I wouldn't do to protect him. Sometimes that scares me, but it doesn't make it any less true. Abraham?
I think it's time I told you how I lost my family.
It's okay, man. You don't have to.
At first, when it all started, a group of survivors formed. Locals. We banded together for security. Friends. Neighbors. They raped my wife and daughter. Wife and I had split, but I lived close by. First thing I did was find them. Hell with whatever the TV was telling me to do. She was with good people. We knew them. Most of them, at least. We worked together for a good long time. Seemed like things might even work out for us. We holed up in a grocery store. Seemed like an easy enough place to defend, and it was loaded with supplies. Me and a few others went on a weapons run. I had access to the local depot, so we set out to get whatever we could carry. I hadn't noticed how much people had changed. Some people, it was like a fucking switch went off in them. One day they were nice law-abiding folks. The next, they were animals. Some of the animals stayed back at the groceries that day. Don't know what happened to set them off. I'll never know. Maybe they just thought this was their last chance to have a woman, so they'd take it. My son tried to fight them. They held him down. Made him watch. Hundreds of those flesh-eating fucks out there. Now I thought I'd lock my family up with something worse. A couple of them wanted to kill my family. And the other 2 girls they raped. Make sure there wasn't anyone to tattle. Something left inside them wouldn't let them do it. Funny that wasn't a line couldn't be crossed. So I found out, and I did things to those people. I had help. I did the worst of it, to be sure. I did things I never thought I'd be able to. Things I wouldn't have thought possible. 6 men pulled apart with my bare hands mostly. I went fucking crazy. Practically turned one boy inside out. Was a good kid. Mowed my lawn a few times when he was younger.
You did what you had to.
No. I did what I wanted to do. They saw it all. My family saw me do everything. That's not what they wanted. It scared them. I scared them. So they left. I woke up the next morning and they were gone. They left because they were terrified to be around me. They saw me as no better than the ones I killed. Maybe they were right. I went after them. It took me almost an entire day, but I finally found them. And it was too late. My wife and son were dead. Eaten alive. Not enough of them to come back. My daughter was also dead. But not dead. She came after me. Had a look on her face. Looked like she remembered everything that had happened. Everything that led to her ending up like that. She remembered it all. And she blamed me for it. I had to shoot her. I had to shoot my baby girl in the face. A few months later, by the time Rosita and Eugene had joined the group, and we were on our way here, some guys tried to steal our food, split off from our group. I caught them doing it. I shot them. I killed all 3 of them because they were stealing from us. They threatened our lives. Could have caused us to starve. But still, I murdered them. I can't get over how easy it was. How much it didn't upset me. I can't get over it. How much I've changed. How my family would hate the man I've become.
Revisiting his hometown was all about checking in on the man that helped him in the beginning. Morgan fortunately was still there, but Dwayne unfortunately has passed. However, even after being talked into ending his zombified son, this father is unable to do it. Life on the road continues as herds keep pushing them away, and it keeps showing us the tragic trauma these people have suffered. As Andrea looks for her adopted twins, she stumbles upon one of the most terrifying scenes. Ben killed his brother Billy, but says it's okay because he didn't damage his brain and he'll come back. I've discussed the hard question on how to deal with people who commit crimes and bad acts in this world, but what about children? How could anyone sleep when there's a murderous kid on the loose, who might snap again and kill without even understanding what he's doing? You can't just tell him not to do it again, and that it's wrong. Abraham quickly comes up with the answer, and as hard as it is hearing it, he might just be right. Maybe the only alternative here is killing him. Something had to be done, and the nature of the situation causes Carl to take this responsibility on himself, deciding to kill the boy as everyone slept. Ben even asked him if he was scared of him. But this world turned this once defenseless kid into a killer. After losing both children he took under his wing, Dale in the middle of the night decides to leave the group, but someone was lurking out there and knocked him unconscious.
You think? Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. It's dark, she wouldn't know what she saw. Are they panicked?
Good, we.
Oh, good. I don't think I had the chance to introduce myself before. I'm Chris. It's good to meet you. You probably think I'm crazy, and I understand that. Why wouldn't you? But I'm not. None of us are. I don't expect you to believe that, but it's important for me to say it. Well, mister, the good news here is that you're not dead yet. That's good, right? And please, don't read too much into the word yet. It'll just drive you crazy. There's an order to how things work now, and it's unfortunate for some, the way things work. But my friends and I, we didn't create this situation. We're just living with it. Just like you, we play the hand we're dealt. We don't want to hurt you. We don't want to pull you away from your group, scare you like this. These aren't things we want to do. They're things we have to do. So I promise you, none of this is personal. But at the end of the day,
No matter how much we detest this ugly business, a man's gotta eat. If it makes you feel any better, you taste much better than we thought you would. It really is funny. We can't make heads or tails of it. You'd think the young would taste better, but that's not always the case. Some of us prefer women. I think it's the extra layer of fat the women have. You know about that, don't you? It has something to do with childbearing. The baby lives off the fat if the mother doesn't eat enough or something. It's not a sexist thing either. Even Theresa here prefers to taste women. You... Oh, pal. Listen, I'm sorry. There's no point in getting emotional. He lost it. He's hysterical. Can you blame him?
Oh God, what a bunch of fucking idiots!
Now, let's not sink into insults, friend. We can be civil about this whole thing.
Fuck you! You think I'm stupid? What do you think I was walking off on my own? What do you think I was leaving? I was going on to that on my own. I was bitten, you stupid fucks. I'm tainted me. You're tainted me. Tainted me. Tainted me. Tainted me.
Son of a bitch! Yeah, son of a bitch! Stop! Stop fucking laughing! The hunters return Dell to the group and only fire once at Glenn's leg, toying with the group, making it very clear they're dangerous and their objective is not only killing them, but also eating them. As scary as this situation sounds, it doesn't even scare Rick in the slightest. He doubles down on how scary they are.
They're all probably shitting themselves right now.
Not exactly.
What the hell? He's one of them. I've seen him before. I gather that. Not so fast, Greg. I think this man came to talk. I can appreciate your position. Pursued by an unknown threat, you're feeling at a disadvantage. You just want to ensure the safety and well-being of your people you've grown to care about, like a second family, to replace the one you've lost. I'm sure you've lost a family. We all have. Believe me, I know where you're coming from.
Is that so?
Yes it is. You come here alone, try to negotiate with us. That's very brave of you, by the way. That's admirable.
Just came to ask you this. Any amount of talking gonna get you to back off? Will you stop coming after my people?
In all honesty, probably not.
Tell me then. What happened to you? What brought you to this? Cannibalism? How do you come to that?
The simple answer? We got hungry. Greg, please. That won't be necessary. Let's all just calm down. For the sake of this conversation, I assure you, you keep your hand off your gun and you'll be fine. Scout's honor. We're not gonna try to shoot you while you're talking. You try to shoot us, that may change. But for now, we're cool. That's better. Shooting you really isn't our style anyway. We're not really good on refrigeration. We try to keep our game alive as long as possible. We're terrible hunters. Have you ever hunted before? Animals are quick. It's hard. You spend so much time finding a good hiding place and waiting, it's almost pointless. So we decided to hunt easier game. People don't run from us. Hell, half the time they don't know what's happening until they wake up to see someone cut off. It's easy. We usually let big groups pass. That's what we've been doing. Too hard to manage. Loners are a piece of cake. Groups of 5 or less, that's doable. Normally we'd have left you alone. But lucky for you, game is getting scarce. It's been days since our last loner. We were desperate. You know what? Back up. I want to tell you something first. Did you know a bear in the woods, if it runs out of food, it will actually eat its own cub in order to survive? It's true. That's a fact. The logic is this.
If the bear dies, the cup dies anyway. But if the bear lives, it can always have another cup. When we started out, we had a few kids with us. Most everything got a little bit easier after dealing with that. The thought of eating strangers was very easy to come to grips with. The thing is, I want to make this abundantly clear. We don't do this because we want to do it. It's important to me that you know that. There aren't a lot of us left, living people. If there were anything else we could do to get by, we'd do it. There isn't. Food is scarce. If we weren't doing this, we'd starve to death. I hate to say it, but it's me or you, and whenever that's the situation, it's very easy to choose me. No offense.
No, I completely understand. I have to make the same decision. And let me tell you, I've chosen me. The problem for you is that I have the advantage.
Haha, how so?
You really didn't think I came here alone, did you? You can't see them.
Well, then I'm just gonna call your bluff. Bold move. Stupid, but bold. I appreciated this chat, but it's over. You're ours now. We're gonna take our time with you.
Watch this. Andrea, the big guy, left ear. Boom! Ah! Fuck! You move it, it gets shot off. That's my promise to you. Abraham, come get their guns.
Nah, Strick. I still only see two of you. How do we know it wasn't him in the woods? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Hand them the fuck over. We don't have all goddamn night. Everybody out.
What are you gonna do to us?
Don't really know, still thinking that over. Won't be good, I can promise you that. Maybe we'll carve off a piece and have us a taste.
Please, I'm begging you here. Just move on, let us be and move on. We won't come after you, I promise. Just leave us here. You have my word.
Not what you were saying a few minutes ago. As I recall, you made it pretty clear on hunting all my people down and eating them. You or us, remember?
Please.
Not gonna work. But look, on the bright side, we're probably not really gonna eat you. You may not want to be here for this, Gabriel. Put him on the picnic table. We did have to do this, I know that. We don't have to like that we did it.
I'm sorry. There has to be another answer. This is unacceptable. I just can't think of any way to justify this.
What the fuck is your problem? You let people you knew.
Stop. These people killed their children, ate them, and they were after us. My son, our families. We were their next victims. This, no matter how much you or I are disgusted by it, stop that. It's hard, but maybe if you'd seen those people you locked out of your church, watched them getting ripped apart, had their blood splash back on you, instead of hiding behind a fucking door, you'd be willing to do anything to keep that from happening again. Maybe then you'd understand. Let's leave this godforsaken place. Maybe we can get home before sunrise.
At this point in the story, these people are very different from those of the beginning. They're weathered, hardened, and a whole lot darker, mirroring the world around them. But after finding out that Eugene lied about this whole mission just to have people protect him, they encounter a seemingly friendly face with an offer of somewhere to live. At first, they suspect the worst out of this man, but decide to give him a chance and are led to Alexandria. It was something out of the normal world, completely protected by walls, children running around and playing like the world isn't falling apart. Is this a new chance to re-establish society as it was? It was certainly something good, a small taste of the old world. The area was built for a doomsday scenario, equipped with solar panels allowing even for electricity, but it wouldn't take long for a glaring issue to show up.
The differences between those who survived out in the wild against those who were shielded from it all since the beginning is very conflicting. Rick's group clearly developed a different way of living, and they don't really like how some things are done in Alexandria. Things like parties and Halloween seem a little tone-deaf given the world outside, the prohibition of possessing and wielding guns, and even how they're prepared to deal with zombies seems very bad. They lose no time in secretly taking their weapons back and showing the residents how to act against the dead, and even interfering with internal affairs.
You coming to my house? Attack me? Who the fuck do you think you are?
I'm the one saving your wife and son. I'm saving you. You should thank me. You're gonna lose control, hurt them real bad. You have any idea, knowing your wife and child died because of you? Any idea what that's like? Living without them? Sometimes I'd rather be dead.
Rick, please.
Not you. You'll never have to feel that. Because if you ever touch those two again, I'll fucking kill you.
Damn it, Rick, that's enough!
Or what? You're gonna kick me out? Might wanna think that over.
Jesus, you don't want to do this, Rick.
I'm not gonna let you ruin this place. It's too important to too many people. You can't be trusted to keep these people safe. Not anymore. We have to control who lives here.
That's never been more clear to me than it is right now.
Me? You mean me? Are you insane? I'm just doing what needs to be done. You can't see that? Pete needs to be stopped. I'm the one who does what needs to be done, no matter what. You need me. I make the hard decisions. I do whatever it takes to keep the people around me alive. If you think you can survive without me, you're wrong.
Michonne? All the influence Rick's group brought to Alexandria caused someone to go crazy and kill their leader's wife. This is the first point to showing who should truly be calling the shots. But quickly, there's an imminent attack by outsiders that is quickly and brutally dealt with by Rick's crew. The second point to cement that the best equipped to lead this segment is in fact the man himself, Rick Grimes. During the winter, Rick gets a small taste of the possibility of finding love, but unfortunately this new community is going to face its biggest test yet. A large herd piles on the walls. Not being able to stop them from barging in, most residents run to houses for protection, and quickly Alexandria is overrun by zombies. Since the houses won't protect them from long enough, Rick decides to use a trick he learned in Atlanta. The dead won't come after humans if they're covered with their blood, guts, and stench. They manage to leave the house in a little train and walk amongst the roamers. However, as the zombies get Ron, his mom won't let go of him, nor Carl, forcing Rick to hack her arm with his axe. Douglas, the former leader, has a mental breakdown in the midst of everything, shooting his gun like crazy as he's being killed, accidentally hitting Carl in the face. This causes his father to go in a frenzy. As he leaves his son to be tended to by a doctor, he starts killing the dead one by one with his axe. This inspires the rest of the community to also pick up arms and assist in the bloodbath, and slowly they actually manage to kill all of them. They save their home. Rick will be able to rebuild it and create a great place for Carl to live once he's recovered. In the following months, Rick and his crew bring their knowledge from surviving this long to their new community. Eugene works on the engineering, Abraham leads the efforts to build trenches, expand the walls, and reinforce them, Andrea teaches lessons on using firearms and dealing with the dead, and Rick serves as the leader bringing everything together. The response from the older members is not initially positive.
Get away from my house and stop threatening my family. We all know who the real threat is. What the hell's going on here? Answers now! I'm taking this place back. You're taking back the community. Really? From Andrea. From Abraham. From Michonne. From Glenn. From me. Do you have any fucking idea who you're talking to?
Put the gun down. Okay. Rick understands that there should be no punishment to this attempt of overthrowing him, because he's realized that the way to thrive is by everyone working together. With a lot going well, Rick and Andrea get a chance to have a heart-to-heart and realize that everything that happened to them has created a bond between them, a strong one. The closing of this chapter of the story introduces us to a man nicknamed Jesus and his community. He comes to the Alexandrians with an offer of cooperation between the communities. Initially, new strangers come with a layer of danger, but in this case, everything is as the man promised. Another settlement guarded by walls and lots of people. The Hilltop. Glenn immediately sees a future with his family in this place, and everyone seems very excited, but there is always a twist. A local stabs Hilltop's leader in front of everyone. Rick deals with him, but in the process causes problems with the locals, refusing to back down, only finding out later there's another group involved in this. The Saviors. Led by a man named Negan, this group apparently threatens others and demands half of their supplies. Rick decides to ask Hilltop for essential supplies, and in exchange they will help them deal with this Negan. This part of the story really delves deep into the changes one suffers in this type of world, showing the immense loss of humanity and a change into cold, brutal, animal-like versions of themselves in the pursuit of survival. The way I see it, all of us have a dark side buried deep, no matter how good we think we are, and when the world goes to shit, the ones who live are the ones who can let it out. You can clearly see that Rick and his gang are good people, who try to do good things, but even still commit unspeakable acts. I've learned through stories like this that for as good as I want to be, sometimes to face the bad out there, it's okay to turn a little dark. There is a silver lining to all of this. People have been looking to me for answers pretty much since day one. I was never asked if I wanted to be the leader. Everyone just started expecting me to fill that role. Sometimes I think about why. Most of the time I just assume it must have been because of my past as a police officer, which always amuses me. The fact is, I was never all that good. I know the fact that I'm a father is a big part of it. My drive to protect my family has always helped those around me. But that's not it. I've been at this a good long time, but it wasn't until now that I pinpoint it. The reason I was made leader. It's the way I see things. We all saw the Hilltop together. You saw something to love, something to ridicule, something to fear. I saw the future. Not a perfect place, not by a long shot, but it's a foundation, the start of something historic. Those people in there, they don't live in fear. They don't worry about what's on the other side of the wall. Frankly, they are completely incapable of dealing with anything from outside. They just live. This is a special place, made even more special by the fact that they need us. They need our skills, our capabilities. We can be the backbone of this network they've built. They've got nearly 200 people. We can turn them into an army to protect us from anyone who'd mean to do us harm, but also an army to actually face the undead menace head on. Really do something about it. I see a world without roamers, a world where children play in these fields, a world where we don't have to be scared anymore. I know I'm not the only one of us who sometimes wonders, why? Why even bother? With so much death around us, so much loss, why go on? We've lost our wives, mothers, sisters, lovers, friends. That's enough pain to cripple someone, and yet we carry on. Why do we continue to survive despite it all? This is why. This place. This is what we've been living for. All our struggles and hard work have been leading to this. We've been surviving in order to reach this moment, this discovery, the Hilltop. This is our future. We can rebuild civilization now. We're one step closer to getting back to the way things were before. We can be at peace again. We can raise our children again. We can love our families again. We can let our guard down again. Whatever hardship comes out of this agreement, it will all be worth it. This changes everything. Can't you see that? We can finally stop surviving and start living. However, this won't come that soon, as next I'll cover the introduction of Negan.